So real talk though, I think one of the biggest things that a lot of people need to understand is that it ain't no expiration date on God's promises. When God put that word out, he didn't make it like none of these coupons that you get from a grocery to a grocery store. He didn't make it like nothing that you get at the grocery store where you get it and it's good, but it got a date on it. And you got to use this by this certain date in order to make good on it. God's promise don't work that way. It ain't no expiration date. So if you've been working 2 or 3 years of your life, or 5, 6, 7 plus years of your life, or 10, 20 plus years of your life, and you haven't got what you thought you should get, just understand that just because you ain't got it by now don't mean that you ain't gonna get it, because it ain't no expiration on God's promise. And the reason I say that is because I know that it's a whole lot of us out here that's really feeling like we want more out of life. And you know what I'm saying? You might be the type of person where like you want to be your own boss or something, right? Like you got a job, it's paying the bills, but you ain't feeling that, man. You feel like you should be making way more money. You feel like you way more intelligent than what you getting credit for. You feel like you way more creative. You know that you're a hard worker, all that stuff, right? And so you just really want to be your own boss. And you getting impatient, you know what I'm saying? You getting impatient to the point that it's depressing you, and you depressed, and you anxious because, you know, you feel all this pressure to perform at a certain level and live a certain way and be a certain type of person. And then when you keep showing up and you don't see the results that you want, it's like you start to lose faith. You know what I'm saying? At one point in the beginning, like you super motivated, you got faith in everything, and you feel like you're gonna achieve all of that. But then after a while, you start to doubt yourself a little bit. You don't get the results that you want. You know what I'm saying? You might have a YouTube channel and you upload them videos, and then they don't get a lot of views, and so now you like, hold on, maybe I ain't who I thought I was. You know what I'm saying? Maybe I ain't cut out for this, right? Now all of a sudden you start making all these excuses not to keep showing up. It ain't because you don't really want to do it, because you do want to do it, and you know you want to do it, but you ain't getting the results that you want, and you done lost faith that you can actually do it. So now you go and you off thinking about something else. What's plan B? What's plan C? And so understand, man, that when I say that it ain't no expiration date on God's promise to you, that means that as long as you still got breath in your body, then your time is still coming. You see what I'm saying? But look, we still got to work for it. You can't just sit around and do nothing and then just, you know, God is going to bless everybody, but there's different levels to it though, man. But if you really, really want what you really, you know what I'm saying, what you really been going after, right? You really want the financial freedom. You want the time freedom to be able to just do whatever you want to do whenever you want to do it, work for yourself, decide what you work on, who you work with, how long you work on it. If you really, really want all that, then first thing first, man, you got to give God his credit where credit is due. And you got to understand that don't nothing move until he say so. So with that being said, that means you got to stay down until you come up. What do I mean when I say stay down? Well, what I'm talking about is just like a tree. Because when you plant a seed, right, it don't just sprout up. It goes down into the ground first. It goes downwards and gets rooted. Them strong roots. And then after them roots is strong enough, now that tree start to sprout up. You see what I'm saying? And so if you ain't where you want to be, you just in your down phase right now. What you need to be doing is getting rooted. You know what I'm saying? Root yourself into a nice, good, solid foundation that's based on the word of God. You feel me? Which is based on faith and patience and diligence, humility. You see what I'm saying? Root yourself in that and then live in it. This the thing, right? It ain't gonna just be a perfect journey. You know what I'm saying? It's gonna be pests that's trying to come up in your garden and tear down your garden and tear what you're trying to build. It's gonna be weeds that's growing up, sprouting around you. You know what I'm saying? It's gonna be bad apples that try to spoil the whole bunch. You see what I'm saying? This ain't finna be no perfect journey by any stretch of the imagination. And that's where people wither away, man. It's like this, right? You could be like a wave on the top of the ocean, right? When the wind blow, what's gonna happen? You get blown all over the place. Or you could be like the cool, the calm, still waters at the bottom of the ocean. It could be all this wind and commotion going on the surface, but deep down below, you calm, you still, you unmoved, you unbothered, you unfazed. And so what do that mean? When life don't go your way, you still focus. You ain't getting you ain't getting demotivated. You ain't losing faith. When you show up and you make 15 YouTube videos in a row that get less than 50 views, oh, I still got firm belief in this. Oh, I know this is the plan. I know this is the way. I know God already blessed this for me. Facts. Ain't nothing nobody gonna do, can do to stop it. Period. That is what it is. Full 100% faith, full 100% conviction. But that means you got to give God his credit though. And you got to acknowledge the fact that he can and he is and he will. No matter what you see, I don't care what evidence that you see that's telling you otherwise. God is and God will, period. And so sometimes, man, you gotta just be willing to just sit back and just be patient. You know what I'm saying? Just keep showing up day by day. It ain't gonna be easy. You're gonna have highs and lows. You're gonna have good days and you're gonna have bad days. You're gonna have days where you're super motivated to do all the work you need to do, and you're gonna have days where you don't feel like moving a finger. Man, that's the contrast of life. It's just like the weather. Sometimes it's hot, sometimes it's cold, sometimes it rains, sometimes it's snow. Some places you got wildfires, other places you got hurricanes. Some places you got mountains, other places you got valleys. You got dry land, you got water. But it's all weather though, right? It's all nature. It's always the same, even though it's always changing. And so your life is always the same. And what do I mean by that? What I mean is you always blessed, no matter what. I don't care what you're going through, you still blessed. You always blessed. Now that blessed is gonna look different sometimes. Sometimes it's gonna be, you feel me, you good. Sometimes you're gonna be straight and you blessed. But other times it ain't gonna be like that. Sometimes you're gonna be going through something tough, but you still blessed. Cause you still got breath in your body, first of all. And the one thing about the low is after it go low, what's gonna happen? It's always gonna go back high. That's just how it go. But I'm here to tell you, don't ever lose faith in yourself though. Don't ever let yourself believe you can't do what it is that you really want to achieve. And if it's hard for you to have faith in yourself at the end of the day, we all serve a mighty God that got faith in every last one of us. And so if God got faith in you, then who are you not to have faith in yourself? That faith is all you need, folks. Straight up. You want to build a better life for yourself? You want to become the best version of yourself? You want to be able to provide for your family? You want to be able to be your own boss so you can come and go as you please, work when you want to, take off when you want to, work on whatever you want to work on. You want all of that? You got to have faith and truly believe that you deserve it. But just understand, though, it's still going to take patience, man. None of us know the day, right? Don't none of us know when God going to call our name. And that means multiple things, obviously. But in the context of this conversation, I'm just saying, you don't know when coach going to put you in the game, man. So you just got to be ready. You just got to be in your bag. You got to be working on your skills all the time, no matter what. So that when coach call your number, hey, you get in the game. You ready to ball out. Let me tell you this. If you ain't winning right now, if you don't feel like you shining right now, then that just means it ain't your time to shine. And all these other people out there that's shining right now, what you don't know is back when you was being lazy and back before you had all this motivation, they was working. You know what I'm saying? They was putting that work in when you was playing the game for 4 hours a day. They was putting that work in while you was scrolling on YouTube, watching whatever you watch on YouTube. You know what I'm saying? Like, they was putting this work in before you even had this vision of whatever you want to accomplish, man. People been putting that work in. That's why they shining right now. You know what I'm saying? But guess what, though? The same thing can apply to you. And just like you watching this video right now, and there's other people out here that they shining, one day it's going to be somebody else that's watching videos like this. They might be watching this exact video years later, trying to motivate themselves to be where you is now because you put the work in. You see what I'm saying? So the whole point I'm just trying to make is that, listen, it just might not be your time right now. But your time can come if you put the work in. Now, if you sit here and you losing faith and then you steady, you starting and then you stopping and then you starting and then you stopping, well, then you ain't going to never be able to make good on God's promise. right? He's still gonna take care of you. But you know that you can have a whole lot more if you really work for it. So listen, when it's your time to shine, it's gonna be your time to shine. But when it's your time to grind, it's your time to grind. But hey, keep your head up though out here, man. Listen, I promise you, it ain't gonna always be as hard as it is now. You know what I'm saying? Life do progressively get harder, but once you reach a certain point, your life can get easier if you're willing to put that work in. You know what I'm saying? And in order for you to keep putting that work in, you got to have faith that that work is going to amount to something. Because ain't nobody finna sit here and just work hard for nothing. If you know you ain't finna get nothing out of it, you ain't going to keep working hard. The problem is you done convince yourself that your hard work ain't going to amount to nothing because that's what you done seen so far, right? But what is faith, right? Faith is believing in something that's unseen, right? You don't see all the millions of dollars in your bank account right now. You don't see them multiple commas in your checking account right now. You don't see this big old house right now. You can see it in your mind though, but you don't see it in the physical reality. So you believe it's not there and it's not going to happen for you, but it will, as long as you just have faith. Straight up. Believe in yourself, man. Believe in the God that believe in you. And if don't nobody else believe in you, just know I believe in you. You hear me? Hey, but with that being said, if you like this video, then like this video. Subscribe to my channel if you want more motivational content to help you become the best version of yourself. I'm going to drop another video for you right here. Watch this next video. And with that being said, I'll holler at y'all next time, man. Peace.